I like to mind my business, you mind your business, and we are good.
To freedom!
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel. I am Watu, where we talk about health, wealth, and freedom. Those are my goals for 2020, and they should probably be yours too. And with that being said, in this video, I want to focus on freedom. And everybody is like, okay, what is he talking about? Freedom. We are free. I'm talking about the ability to be one's authentic self in this situation. Because originally when I thought about freedom, I was thinking about, let me be an entrepreneur and get out on my own and live my life and do what I want to do, when I want to do, where I want to do it. I wanted to be a digital nomad. With all that being said, we're going to talk about this Zaya Wade situation, okay? So, I don't really try to follow, and let me put this down. I don't really try to follow celebrity news like that, okay?
None of my business. It's none of my business.
I like to mind my business, you mind your business, and we are good. I actually got off of Facebook because of this, because on Facebook, everybody has an opinion about everything, and thank God Facebook is starting to phase out, okay? I just want to see a nice photo of you. I want to say hey, and let's keep it moving, because I really don't want to know what your political views are. I might not like you afterwards. Well, everybody seems to have an opinion on this Zaya Wade situation, and I wanted to talk to you about it from the standpoint of someone who is looking to access freedom. Again, something we should all be striving to do. And in this situation, again, we are talking about being authentically oneself. Because if you are not being yourself, who are you being, and who are you being it for? Now, all the hubbub about Zaya Wade is you have this young, black, wealthy child who now says that they are trans. Born a young boy and now identifying as a female, Zaya Wade has pretty much come out on this major platform, the world basically, and everyone pretty much has had an opinion, whether it be of support or against the idea of a child at this age identifying as trans. I'm going to be honest with you. My gut reaction, my first reaction when I heard about Zaya coming out as a female was the reaction of the typical hetero cis individual. And that was, how on earth does someone who is trans know that they are trans at such an early age? And I had to check myself and say to myself, Watu, wait a minute. How did you know at the age of 12 that you were SGL or part of the LGBT community? Who told you, or what influenced you to be that way? No one. I was born that way, and I couldn't honestly see myself being any other way. I tried to conform to what society wanted, but it did not work for me. And I think the same rings true for someone who is trans. While I personally cannot identify with the idea of being trans, of wanting to be a female, of wanting to change my body to represent what I thought I was mentally, that can't be said for someone who is. They identify with that, and that is their life, and that is their prerogative. I think what the problem is here is we are just getting to a point in this world, and I'm speaking to my people who have melanin, who are of African descent. We have not truly started to see black wealth in the sense where children are allowed to be free, to be themselves. I can remember when Jaden Smith came out, and not came out as in coming out of the closet, but when Jaden Smith came out and decided to dress in women's clothing and didn't want to be gendered as far as clothing goes, and the internet, especially Black Twitter, was up in an uproar about it because honestly, let's keep it a buck. Black people aren't used to being free. We are not used to seeing examples of freedom, especially for black men. Most black men, if you want to grow up in the ideal way of what a black man is supposed to grow up as, in that boxed in mentality of I'm not gonna say toxic masculinity, but masculinity where you need to be a certain type of masculine, you need to have this many number of girlfriends, and you need to be a player, and you need to do all this. Now, I'm not saying that your parents pushed you out there into this world to be like that. Not all parents are ignorant, but society will pressure you and try to mold you into being that. A prime example of this was Lil Boosie. Now, Lil Boosie came out with his video, and I'm going to try to find it and post it for you all so you can see exactly what he said if you haven't seen it already. But Lil Boosie comes out and says basically what my gut reaction was in the beginning. How does someone at 12 years old know that they are that way? And honestly, I already touched on my point of view. But then this idea that if he meets a girl at 16, that might change his mind. Like, if me meeting someone else is going to change the trajectory on my life, so much so that I'm going to completely change the idea of who I am, then I never knew who I was in the first place. And that is just plain out insane. That is a weak-minded individual. And this girl, Zaya, is the furthest from that. I mean, to have the actual audacity and confidence to actually come out on such a huge platform with two very famous parents right there backing you and supporting you and being understanding and giving the example of what a black family should be, nurturing and understanding and allowing their children to explore the world and be themselves authentically. A lot of people could take note, but we're too scared, and it's new to us. It's not something that we are used to, and it's something that y'all gonna have to learn how to swallow, because you boomers and some of you older millennials, y'all gonna have to get with the times and understand, like, it's time out for living in these boxed in stereotyped perceptions of what we should be, and we should just start being who we actually are. And that is exactly what freedom is. And that is one of my goals for 2020. Am I coming out as trans? No, because I'm not trans. But it being authentically myself is the freedom that I wish to achieve. And I hope that you take that journey along with me and try to achieve your authentic self. And with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up and say thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to see anything else from me, just click on my emblem of me and you can see the other videos I posted. I post vlogs from my weekends, and then I talk about subject matters regarding health, wealth, and freedom. And this just happened to be the hot topic of the day that kind of fell in line with one of my goals for the year. So with that being said, I'm wrapping this up. I'm rambling. I'm gone. Peace out.